I was never worried, never in doubt. England are through as group winners of Group B. It was pretty comfortably in the end, wasn't it? Wales were in absolute shambles. England, a mixed bag really. Let's take a look back at England's performance against Wales and the final standings within Group B. So England ran out 3-0 winners last night. It was a game of two halves, really. England started, I think, pretty poorly. I don't think... We never looked in any trouble at all. Wales never got going. Wales were a shambles. The passion that they've always gone on about, there was none of it. They were terrible. But England never really got going either. We had all of the ball and did nothing with it. Rashford was the best Welsh player on the pitch in the first half. He never found an England player. Always picking out the Welsh. He was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Despite his 2 goals, I do think Rashford was probably one of our worst players on the night. It's a funny old game, isn't it? But England were more than worthy of the win in the end. And in the second half, it was comfortable. England played well in that second half. Kane showed why he's amazing, even though he's not scoring goals. Foden came in, who we've all been asking for, and he actually played pretty well as well. Bellingham was more advanced. Henderson and Rice were the holding midfielders, so it was nice to see Bellingham given the freedom, really, to go out and attack a little bit more. Walker looked stronger at right back as well. I think that's been a good decision. It was nice to see Callum Wilson. He came on, had a really good display as well. So it was a good night for England. It was a good night. We have topped the group. Here are the final group standings. England really comfortably in the end, given the goal difference. The US nicked a goal against Iran and go through in second place. Deserved as well. They have been the second best team within this group. They go on to play the Netherlands. We now go on to play Senegal, and it's been a comfortable World Cup group stage. It's one of those where we've got to look back on history. World Cup group stages are not easy. To top a group and to pretty much get out of it unscathed and not really having to break out of second gear, really, says an awful lot about how Gareth Southgate has managed this. I've been his critic at times. It is so frustrating seeing this England team play so negative sometimes, but it works within tournament football. England have comfortably topped this group and we're probably quite fresh on the back of that. You expect England to pick it up as the games go along, but you don't expect the mentality to change. England set up not to lose. It's as simple as that. And as much as I can be negative towards that, and other England fans can be as well, it is perfect for tournament football. But going back to the night, England were just superior in every single department. Wales were just, again, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. They deserve to be going home. I mean, pity the Welsh fans waited all this time for a World Cup only to get knocked out by England. I mean, that's going to take some getting over, that is. But their players just look done, spent. I mean, they're only in the early 30s. The way people have been going on about Bale and Ramsey, you would think they were in their early 50s. They've just been horrendous throughout the whole tournament. You would not have thought Wales were the team that needed the victory last night, and it was just terrible from them. But England dominated the ball from start to finish, complete control throughout, and it was just such an odd game. It was boring. The first 45 minutes were horrendous. It was a right snooze fest, but you always just felt England were just almost toying with them, and the Welsh, you wouldn't even think they were bothered. It was just a bizarre game all round, but England deservedly go through and Wales deservedly go out. But England are in a good place now coming into the round of 16. We've been able to rest players. Everyone's had a game as well, which I think is really important. Going back to Callum Wilson, I thought he looked really strong coming on. And we've been able to introduce all players onto the pitch as well, which I think is brilliant. All players, most of them anyway, have had a run out, which I think is going to be vital as we move further in this tournament. Respecting Senegal, I'm going to do a separate preview video of that match because this is our toughest game of the World Cup so far, make no mistake. Mane or no Mane. But as far as England and World Cup group stages go, this is one of our easiest we've ever had in terms of the way we've delivered it. Hats off to Southgate. He doesn't get much wrong, does he? As much as it's incredibly frustrating, he doesn't get it wrong at the end of it. It'll be interesting to see who carries on in England's starting 11. I would like to see Rashford come out despite his 2 goals. I do think he was poor predominantly throughout those 90 minutes. But England were brilliant. It was a great night, beating the Welsh 3-0. It doesn't get any better than that in a World Cup. Love it. We'll always have that now. The Welsh have just let themselves down massively. And England are through to the knockout rounds once again. Who knows where this England side will go? We all know if we get past Senegal, done. It's a big if, but if we get past them, what awaits Senegal or England in the quarterfinals most realistically? So England from now on are going to have a very tough run if we're going to win this tournament, and obviously we can win this tournament. Any team in the round of 16 now has a shout of winning this tournament. Every single team. There's obviously those that are more likely to do that. I do put us up there. We've played well, we've looked comfortable, we've scored the most amount of goals somehow. We will face better opposition, but I think England have made a relatively tough group on paper look quite easy. So England have done really well. Just because England have made it look easy doesn't mean that this group was easy. Congratulations to the US as well, and commiserations to Iran, who again, I feel so bad for them. I've just missed out on qualification from the World Cup group stage, but in the end they just didn't have enough. But well done England. That's another great memory that Southgate has given English fans in major tournaments. A 3-0 thrashing of Wales, sending them home. Let's have it. And who knows how far England will go within this tournament. I think England just did what they needed to do again last night. They still don't seem like they're really letting that handbrake off, but I don't think we ever will under Southgate, but it works. Let me know your thoughts below. How far will England go? Are you happy with England's performance within this group? And I will see you on the next video.